Let's go to a Congress-ruled state health minister, Chhattisgarh's T.S. Singh Deo is joining me at the moment. Mr. Deo, you've been very forthright in claiming that the center is not giving enough vaccines to the state, claiming that the center is hoarding vaccines. Now, let's be very clear. Are you blaming the center for the shortage, or do you blame the fact that at the moment Covaxin and Covishield are simply not being able to meet the growing demand for vaccines?
Good evening, Rajdeep ji. I have never made a statement that the center is hoarding vaccines. The whole issue has been that the central government has not been able to plan its vaccination program as per the size of the population of the country. When we started off vaccination, if I remember correctly, the two vaccines which were permitted by the national body, approved by the national body, was on the 2nd and 3rd of January. And on the 16th, we started off the target to start off vaccination for the frontline workers and the healthcare workers was from the 16th of January. Then itself, we were aware that we were targeting to vaccinate 80 crore people, which meant we needed 160 crore doses. And the production capacity of the country was 7 crore in a month. This extrapolates to 22 to 23 months would have been taken for the vaccination drive. So it is not a question of the government of India hoarding these vaccines. It is a matter of the government of India not having planned to have ramped up the production from day one. When you were aware that this was the situation and we had only 7 crore vaccines, leave alone what went here and there, we had 7 crore vaccines and 160 crore doses were needed. So the time to have ramped up production is not today. It should have been then itself.
So I want to use the word not hoarding, but you use the word hijacking. You said the center is hijacking vaccine stocks from the manufacturers, and that is leading to an inability to vaccinate the 18 to 45 age group. Now I want to understand, do you want the entire vaccine process to be decentralized and handled by the states, or do you want the procurement to be centralized with the center and then distributed? Let's get it clear. For some states are saying decentralize it, others are saying we expect the center to provide us the vaccines. What do you think is the better approach?
The government of India made a provision of 35,000 crores in the budget for the COVID vaccine. And during the budget session itself, Madam Sitaraman ji also mentioned that if there is a shortage of money for more vaccine purchase, we will provide that. Which means that the government of India at that point in time, when it presented the budget, had given a commitment to the nation that it would be taking this vaccination as a national program and it would be providing the vaccines. Otherwise, before that, Bihar election was something, other elections was something, somebody was saying something, somebody was not saying something. But the clear statement from the government of India came during the budget, where a large amount of money was provided, happily for the country and happily for us, 35,000 crores, with the rider that rest of the money should be provided. There is no way but that the central government should be purchasing these vaccines and providing them to the states. Otherwise, there will be chaos. And that is what we are seeing. And as far as the government of India taking vaccines, if in a simplistic way we divide our country's demographic population, 40% would be those who are not voters below 18 years. 40% would be between 18 years to 45 years. And 20% of the population is 45 plus. Now the government of India today is taking 50% of the production for 20% of the population, of which it has already vaccinated 17-18 crores. So where the mismatch is that the government of India is taking very much more share of the vaccine as per the population to be serviced either by the central government or by the state governments, and then leaving the state governments to fend for themselves. That is not the way when a worldwide pandemic and a national pandemic, something which hasn't happened for decades, after a century after the Spanish influenza, the world is seeing this sort of a configuration. This is not the time for the government of India to have stepped back. If you're being criticized, then there should have been enough maturity to have taken the criticism and continued with the responsibility to the country.
No, but I want to understand, Mr. Singhdev, what you are telling me today on national news. Have you told the health minister? I know you you and other health ministers had a video conference with the health minister. Have you all told all this to the health minister, or indeed has your chief minister communicated this to the prime minister, that we want to create a more equitable way of vaccine distribution? Has that been told to the authorities, to the government?
We have conveyed, our chief minister has conveyed that the government of India should be continuing this program, not decentralizing it in a completely disorganized manner. See, one is whether the government of India is willing to pay the money. If they say we won't pay the money, okay, then at least act as a responsible elder brother and see that the vaccines being produced in the country, they are to be distributed equitably to the state governments. The government of India doesn't want to do that. They have left 50% for state governments and industrial houses or business houses. This is not the way you manage a calamity, a nationwide pandemic.
But,
this is not the way to manage it.
I have just one more question to you. It's an interesting what Chhattisgarh is trying to attempt. You apparently want to also give priority to those below poverty line, not just age group, but those below poverty line and Antyodaya families. The High Court has stepped in and questioned that, but I want to understand, is that what you want to pursue? You believe it's not, it is important first, priority should be given to BPL families? Are we not all equal citizens, surely, when it comes to vaccines?
We certainly are, Rajdeep ji. The issue before us at that point in time was, we had only 1.5 lakh vaccines made available to us on the 1st of May. And we had to start the vaccination. So this 1.5 lakh vaccines, who were we to give it to first? At that point in time, we gave the priority to the Antyodaya, the poorest among the poor, keeping this in mind that they are the persons living huddled together in one-room apartments, at most two-room tenements, and they are crowded together. So who is most vulnerable? We presumed at that point in time that the Antyodaya families, the poorest among the poor, are most vulnerable to this virus. So let us target them. And now that we have extended this into a 20, 12, 52 and 16% bracket, where frontline workers, Antyodaya, BPL and APL card holders, so that we know who's getting how much. Those who are haves, it should not be that the haves take it all.
I think in a way, I must say, Chhattisgarh seems to be showing at least a model for the future. And I think the important point is centralize the purchases. The center must centralize the procurement and then distribute it to the states. That is going to have to be done. Otherwise, this chaos is going to continue for a while yet. Two sides, the BJP ruled Karnataka, Congress ruled Chhattisgarh. Appreciate your joining us, T.S. Singh Deo, there on the show tonight.
Thank you, Rajdeep.